Hi everyone, my name is Jeff Speedy, head coach of the UNB women's basketball program, and welcome to the 16th annual Breakfast for Success. Unfortunately, our event is not being held in person this year. We really thought we'd be back to normal at the Fredericton Inn, celebrating this together. However, like last year, we will have to celebrate our season with this video and an online auction. The Breakfast for Success is traditionally about three things: celebrating girls basketball in our area, meeting the Reds and celebrating their success from the past season, and supporting the UNB women's basketball program. In this video, you will hear from one of our alumni and from one of our Junior Reds players. You will also meet all the players from the 2021-22 UNB women's basketball team. The highlight of this video will be our annual seniors speech, a speech given each year by one of our graduating student athletes. While we didn't reach our goal of winning an AUS championship this year, this really young group of Reds, only one fifth-year player and 8 student athletes in their first year of eligibility, had a lot to be proud of from this past year. We had 10 academic All-Canadians. One of our first-year players, Katie Butts from Ottawa, Ontario, was selected to the AUS All-Rookie team. And as always, our student athletes did a great job giving back to the community. We adopted a family through the Salvation Army at Christmas, participated in Operation Christmas Child, attended numerous Fusion minor girls basketball practices, and raised over $11,000 at the annual Shoot for the Cure event back in February. It is now time to meet the members of the 2021-22 UNB women's basketball team. Before we do that, there are a few people I'd like to thank. First and foremost, I'd like to thank our 3 amazing assistant coaches, Rick Cotter, Peter Kelly, and Colleen Daly. We are truly blessed to have 3 great people and great basketball minds helping us every day. There is no doubt they are an integral part of our success. I would also like to thank a long list of people that gave countless hours to support our student athletes, to support me, and just to help our team in general. Abby Delaney, Caroline Burpee, Siobhan Fitzpatrick, Annalie LeBlanc, Jeff Mabey, Jody McGill, John Lakusha, and Kaylin Farrell. Cannot thank you all enough, and we would not have got to where we did this year without your help and support. And last but not least, I would like to thank all the members of the UNB Reds Athletic Department. There are too many of you to name, but please know we really appreciate everything that you've done for us through these crazy times and through this very long season. The first Red you will get to meet is number 4, Kylie Speedy. Kylie's from right here in Fredericton. She just completed her first year of eligibility and she is studying to be a psychologist.
This is number 5, Marley Kerwin. She's in her 4th year of kinesiology and she's from Halifax, Nova Scotia.
This is number 6, Maddie Orlando. She's from Woodstock, New Brunswick, and in her 4th year of Kinsai.
This is number 22, Jenny Nakua. She's from Brampton, Ontario, and she is in her 2nd year of environmental management.
This is number 10, Alexandre Leroux. She is from Quebec, and she's in her 2nd year of chemistry.
This is number 12, McKinley Bezenson. She's in her 2nd year of biochemistry.
This is number 23, Dee Dee King. She's a 1st year psych student from Fredericton, New Brunswick.
This is number 7, Bailey Black. She's from Miramichi, and she's in her 5th year graduating from education.
This is number 33, Jo Gay. She's from Quebec and in her 2nd year of psychology.
This is number 11, Erin Engel. She's in her 2nd year of kinesiology, and she's from St. George, New Brunswick.
This is number 13, Kadira Hamilton. She's from Toronto, Ontario, and she's a 1st year kin student.
Up next is number 9, Alex Mann, in her 2nd year of kin from Saskatchewan.
Up next is number 15, Sarah Fudge. She's a 3rd year biology student from St. George, New Brunswick.
This is Katie Butts, number 21. She's in her 1st year of psychology from Ottawa, Ontario.
This is number 14, Katie McAfee from Centerville, New Brunswick, in her 4th year of business.
And I'm introducing one of our favorite alumni, Grace Wade from Moncton, New Brunswick. She was a 2-time AUS All-Star here. She currently works at the IWK in Halifax and will be playing on the Thunder team in the MWBA this summer.
Hi everyone, my name is Grace Wade and I'm a former player for the Reds. I played from 2013 to 2018 and I'm super excited to be able to chat with you all here today, albeit virtually. I'm definitely looking forward to a time, hopefully in the near future, where we can all be meeting together again in person for this breakfast. I know that the energy and the bacon that is generated at 6:30 a.m. in that Fredericton Inn ballroom is certainly something that I miss. So I am looking forward to that. In the meantime, Speedy just asked me to send him a quick clip chatting about what my time with the Reds has meant to me. And it has gotten me thinking this week in particular about the breakfast itself. I know as a player, it always meant a lot to me in that room just to see the level of support that I felt from all the younger players, all the alumni, just all the supporters in general. So that always meant quite a bit to me. I also think that it's just a wonderful opportunity to be able to celebrate the female athletes in Fredericton. I think that there's a really neat energy that can be generated when you gather a group of female athletes in a room together, young and old. I think this year in particular, there's been some really neat examples of that. It seems that female athletes have been generating some massive change this year. They haven't been afraid to make waves and demand the attention that they deserve. It's certainly been inspiring to see, and it makes me feel proud to be surrounded by so many women who exude that same energy. I'm grateful to sport for having exposed me to that, and I'm certainly excited to see what odds the next generation of female athletes continue to defy. There's a saying that says, rising tides lift all boats, and it kind of makes me think about what I've learned from sport or what I've benefited, I guess, from sport. I think that as we continue to learn what we can from sport and grow as people, it helps us to push others forward. I know that I've benefited from that as my teammates have, continued to inspire me and push me. I become better for that, and in turn, hopefully can help push others around me. So I'm super grateful to sport for that, and I'm really excited to see how some of the younger players here today will continue to push each other and make each other better as players and as people, and how our community in general can continue to improve through that. So mostly I want to say a big congrats to the UNB players on a wonderful season despite so many strange challenges. And I want to say a big good luck to the younger players who are getting ready for spring leagues. I hope that you will continue to push each other and help each other grow. And I can't wait to see you all in the gym again soon.
Thanks very much, Grace. You are a fan favorite when you played here, and we're all very proud of the person you have become. You continue to give back to your community, and you make a difference every day in the lives of many children at the IWK. One of the very special aspects of the Breakfast for Success is that every year we invite and celebrate the many minor girls basketball teams in our community. At the last breakfast in 2019, 13 of these teams from Fredericton and the surrounding area were on hand to allow us to celebrate all of their accomplishments from their past season. It is always fun for me to look around the room trying to envision which of these young ladies will one day be playing in the Curry Center wearing a Reds jersey. I would now like to introduce one of those young ladies to say a few words about what the Reds women's basketball program means to her and what it's like being part of our Junior Reds program. Marvin has been part of the Junior Reds program since she was 8 years old. Marvin is a grade 7 student at George Street Middle School. Her U13 Fusion team just won a provincial championship in Miramichi. Congratulations. And she's a heck of a basketball player, a very skilled basketball player, and one with a very bright future.
I've been playing on Reds teams for a long time. My favorite part about Junior Reds is having fun with my friends and learning new things. I enjoy having coaches from the women's team because they are experienced and I look up to them. Another thing I like about Junior Reds is meeting new people and making new friends. Junior Reds has taught me so many things over the years that have helped me a lot. I enjoy watching the UNB men and women's teams play because I learn lots of new skills. My first year with Junior Reds was hoop school. Not too many memories from that other than skills and drills in the rec gym. My first year when I was old enough to try out for the Junior Reds team, COVID shut our season down. But I remember doing Zoom call trivia with a couple of the UNB girls. Last year, even though we didn't have a ton of games, it was a really great season and I had a lot of fun. My favorite memory from last year was when Speedy told us that if we made a certain amount of foul shots, he would take us out for blizzards. And we did, so we all got blizzards. I'm trying out again this spring, 1, because I had so much fun in the past years, and 2, because the gear is super nice. Our next speaker is Bailey Black. She will be doing the senior speech this year. Bailey wears number 7 on the UNB women's team. She's from Miramichi, and she's their only 5th-year player this year. Bailey is an amazing role model because of how hard she plays and how she handled all of the adversity she faced during her career. Please welcome Bailey Black.
I started playing basketball when I was 9 years old, and I couldn't even begin to list the lessons, memories, and experiences it has given to me. I have met the most amazing people and have developed lifelong relationships with friends, coaches, and mentors who I know will always be there for me. These are people that I will cherish forever. Basketball has taught me a lot of things, but one that stood out the most to me is the importance of giving back to your community. Being on a team like ours allows you to see and feel the direct impact of what providing supports to others can do. I believe it is especially important to give back to the people and associations that support us as young athletes. If there is anything Speedy and our coaching staff has taught us, it is the importance of supporting the people around you. In the past 5 years, I have witnessed major growth in individuals and the team as a whole. We have enhanced our mutual respect and ability to support each other. More importantly, we have learned the impact of what we can do when we work together. Our women's basketball program annually raises money for the Cancer Society and the Terry Fox Foundation. We always also take part in things such as Operation Christmas Child, adopting a local family at Christmas, and of course, we try to spend as much time in the gym with youth as we can. The culture we have developed on this team is based on mutual respect and support. We carry these same values into our community, where we take pride in giving back with hopes to be great role models for the kids in our community. This year, our team alone raised $10,000 for the Breast Cancer Research Society. There are many reasons we are successful with fundraisers such as these. The first and most effective being the passion that Speedy has for these events and never fails to rub off onto every single one of us every single year. Sarah Fudge said it best in September of this year, right before we were about to run the Terry Fox run. On this team, if it is important to him, it is important to us. He commits to and prides himself on developing not only great basketball players, but even better people. There's no better way to describe the chemistry on this team as to what Sarah said. If it is important to a teammate, it is important to all of us. That is the type of community we have as a UNB women's basketball program, and that is thanks to an amazing coaching staff. When I use the word community, I'm referring to the people who surround you. This could be the people in your city, the people in your school, the people who are on your team, the people who run your local basketball associations. We are exposed to so many different communities in our lifetime, and as a member of these communities, it is vital that we give back in any possible way that we can. Along my journey before being at UNB, so many of the opportunities in my life have come from volunteering and giving back to those who have given to me. It all started when I was asked to coach a local mini basketball team in my hometown of Miramichi, New Brunswick. My very first coach, lifelong mentor, and legend of Miramichi, Mr. Eric Grumley, approached me. He told me that he saw leadership qualities in me that would make me a great coach and mentor for the younger girls in the area, and asked if I would be willing to come help out. Well, between my love for basketball and my insane respect for the man who has always believed in me from day one, I couldn't say no. It wasn't until recently that I realized how much this very first opportunity that I was given snowballed into so many open doors for me to grow as an athlete, a coach. This opportunity and growth is what has ultimately led me to the path of being an educator that I am currently on today. I could not be happier with where I am at this point in my life. Sure, you could say I could have found something else without these coaching and volunteering experiences. However, I believe it led me to an amazing career that I am well suited for. Coaching this U11 team for 1 hour a week strengthened relationships that I had with people in my community. It further developed my basketball IQ and leadership skills, all while giving back to the people who supported me as a young athlete. This growth made me fall in love with the game of basketball all over again, only this time with a different perspective, as a coach. This, and of course many other hours of skill development and hard work in the gym, led me to be successful at my first Basketball New Brunswick tryout when I was 14 years old. I ended up playing 4 years on provincial summer teams with and against not only the best players in the province, but in the country. Those 4 years were physically tough, don't get me wrong. However, the decision to play, though it would have been easier and more comfortable to be on a beach somewhere rather than in a sweaty gym for several hours a day, is the reason I'm standing in front of you today. It is the reason I then became a coach for Basketball New Brunswick. It is the reason I'm a better human, a better athlete, and a better teacher. There are many reasons people choose not to volunteer, and a lot of it has to do with time. However, you've got to play the long game, meaning the benefit of personal growth and opportunities outweighs the cost of time. Experiences in relationship building with different people and association is much more rewarding than any dollar that you'll ever receive. I realize that I have not been on this earth for long. However, my experiences with volunteering has opened numerous doors for me. I was lucky to start coaching at a young age. It has helped me develop communication and leadership skills that I would not have if I did not step outside my comfort zone that day I was asked to coach. I can't think of any better way to have built these skills than in the gym, the only place I spend as much time as I do at home. My second opportunity to coach came after I finished playing 4 years of provincial teams. First, I started coaching at the U14 Summer Elite Camp. This led me to more opportunities with UNB as an assistant coach on both the U16 and U17 provincial teams. While coaching these teams, I got to travel and increase my own basketball IQ and leadership skills, all while giving back to an amazing association that is filled with volunteers who gave their time to develop me as a young athlete, as well as hundreds of other kids in the province. Not only as basketball players, but as respectful kids who represent our province exceptionally well. There is no better feeling than to know you have contributed to making someone's day just a little bit better. Whether it is a child across the world receiving that shoebox full of toys, or the local basketball player in the gym who you believed in and then gave a high five to after they scored their first basket in their elementary school gym. It simply brings joy. Finding some way to give back to your community is something I recommend to everyone to consider. Life is busy, and sometimes it feels there isn't enough time in the day, but find something that works for you and your schedule. Any amount of time makes a difference. There are many people who volunteered countless hours to my development as a player, but most importantly as a person. As I said before, money does not compete with the value and the skills I have acquired from connecting with adults and youth from all over the province. The time I give back is only a fraction of the time that these basketball coaches and associations have given to me and many other athletes. My message to whoever is watching this is that no matter what age or stage of your life that you are in, hold yourself accountable to find even the smallest amount of time to give back to those who have given to you, especially those who need it the most in your local communities. Remember that there is always a soup kitchen, homeless shelter, local YMCA, and local church looking for any help that you can give. Volunteering and giving back is an extremely rewarding way for you to grow and learn as an individual, all while bringing joy to so many lives across the world, across the province, and in your community.
Thanks very much for those words, Bailey. Thanks also for being a great teammate, for being one of the best leaders I've ever coached, for serving as an amazing role model to so many, and for an awesome career at UNB. I would also like to thank Andy Campbell, who put this video together. It's no secret that I could not do this by myself, and we would have no chance of pulling this off without Andy's help. Thank you very much, sir. And last but definitely not least, I would like to thank all of you for watching. Your engagement and support of the UNB women's basketball program means the world to us. As I mentioned earlier, one of the goals of the Breakfast for Success is to raise money for the UNB women's basketball program. On the screen right now is a link to where you can donate to the Breakfast for Success Friends of the UNB women's basketball program. All proceeds, all of those donations go directly to supporting the student athletes on our team who compete both in the classroom and on the court. Another tradition with our Breakfast for Success is our silent auction. Just like last year, our auction has moved online and it starts at noon today, April the 13th, and goes until the evening of Monday, April the 18th. We have many great items, a lot of variety this year, so please check out the link, send it to some friends and family, and support the UNB women's basketball program, helping making this another very successful Breakfast for Success. We really miss seeing our fans, the minor basketball players, and our alumni who tend to breakfast every year. We really wish we were hanging out with all of you at the Fredericton Inn. Hopefully we will see you all in person at the 2023 Breakfast for Success. Thanks very much for your support. Stay safe. Go Reds.